Quake. Whether you love it or not, Quake is a cornerstone of the FPS genre. It's thanks to Quake that we have esports. Not that I particularly care for esports, in fact I really couldn't give a crap. And I do think esports still would have happened without Quake. Quake is important, that's what I'm really trying to get at here. It was important both for the gaming industry and for my childhood because Quake was one of the very first games I played alongside 007, Agent Under Fire, and Need for Speed 3. And unlike most, my introduction to Quake was actually on the PlayStation 2. But what Quake game is on the PlayStation 2, you might ask? Well, as a matter of fact, it was Quake 3 Revolution, which you may not have even heard of until now. But before I really tackle Revolution, I want to talk about the other versions of Quake 3. Firstly, we have the original game, Quake 3 Arena, which was released on PC in 1999. As the title suggests, it's an arena shooter. A fast-paced arena shooter, a very bloody arena shooter, arguably the most well-rounded arena shooter I have ever played. You get a fairly decent-sized roster of characters to choose from, you have a whole host of maps, and most of them are good. The gameplay is just so buttery, silky smooth, and the guns feel amazing. Jibbing enemies in a Quake game has never felt so satisfying, and the gory cherry on top, it has arguably one of the greatest video game soundtracks I have ever heard. Sonic Mayhem returns from Quake 2, and Frontline Assembly comes in, and they create a soundtrack that both makes me want to punch a hole in the wall from just the pure testosterone that I feel, and equally shit my pants out of fear. Then you have Quake 3 Arena on the Sega Dreamcast. This port is held in extremely high regard. Think of it as the Chick-fil-A of Quake 3 ports. And this is right around the point where I piss off the Dreamcast group.
What?
Arena Dreamcast does have its own unique soundtrack composed by Aubrey Hodges, which is no stranger to id Software titles, because he has also done soundtrack work for other Quake ports, and even Doom ports. It is the most 90s sounding soundtrack, and I hate it.
What are you talking about?
I fucking hate it.
No. Please. Please don't say that.
It strips away all of the atmosphere that Sonic Mayhem and Frontline Assembly were able to establish in Arena PC. And I get it, right? Calm down. Calm down! I get it. It's more arcadey, it sounds more fun, but I just fucking cringe every time I hear it. Mr. Hodges, I'm sorry, I love your work, but this ain't it, man. This ain't it. Everything else is good. Everything else is great about the game. It's just that one glaring issue for me. Now then, on to the main event, Quake 3 Revolution. Revolution was developed by Bullfrog and produced by EA, before they became the evil entity that they've become today. It was released in 2001 and it was not very popular. And as much as I'm going to glaze the shit out of this game in this video, I kinda understand why. Remember when Halo Combat Evolved came out? It was huge, right? Combat Evolved set the baseline for console controls for the rest of eternity. And since Revolution came out before Combat Evolved, the control scheme is not what we know today. The controls are more akin to Agent Under Fire's control scheme. I mean, don't get me wrong, you'll get used to it over time, but if you've never played a game with these kinds of controls, or if you take a long break from games like this and you come back to it, it will catch you off guard. Now that we've touched on the more obvious difference, what else separates Revolution from Arena? Compared to Arena PC and Arena Dreamcast, Revolution just kinda does its own thing. And if you don't know, Revolution is meant to serve as a fusion between Arena and Team Arena with its own unique spice added in. You have a handful of new weapons carried over from Team Arena. Even some of the bots you face on certain maps differ from Arena. And now, instead of being able to choose a player model and jumping right in, you're now limited to only 5, and they have their own unique stats, which is a very interesting thing to implement considering Arena didn't do that. However, in my opinion, opinion, it does add a layer of replayability, and those stats aren't just for show, because as you complete each tier, you'll get a stat upgrade, along with a title change, and even your own appearance gets an upgrade. I mean, how cool is that? And no longer are you stuck with only death matches, because now you have a whole wide variety of game modes to experience while playing through the campaign. Capture the flag, possession, elimination, just to name a few. Hell, Revolution even expands on the story that Arena didn't bother to tell. The basic story is, you are a fierce warrior that's been ripped from your world or dimension for the sole purpose of entertaining the Arena Master. As you play through the game, the announcer, aka the Arena Master, will taunt you, and this dude is an asshole.
Ha, puny creature. I am your master. You died in my collision. What kind of trickery is this? Never has a warrior triumphed in so many of my arenas. Are you more than you appear? No matter, you will now taste and swallow the bitter pill of defeat.
And I want to say around the end of Tier 4, he'll actually teleport you into a room with him where he'll try to kill you, but if you fend him off long enough, he'll run away because he realizes you ain't no bitch. The remainder of the campaign plays out similar to Arena, with some slight deviation. The biggest one has to be the ending. The final boss of Arena is Zero. He's the elite warrior. He's the top dog. Once you beat him, you are now the best. The end. In Revolution, you still face Zero in a different map, mind you, but once you defeat him, the game's not over. The story is not over because there is still one more thing to do. And finally, you get to have a proper standoff with the Arena Master, who calls himself Vadrigar.
I am Vadrigar, the Arena Master, the Supreme Being. You shall never be free. You will live out an everlasting and torturous defeat at my hands.
Old boy talks a big game, but in all honesty, he's kind of a bitch. At first, he'll hide behind this force field, but once you destroy that, he'll jump down and he will fucking bombard you with rockets that I swear do double damage. I can't explain why I think this. I'm armed with a BFG 10K for fuck's sakes, and I'm still getting shredded. But if you play your cards right and you use the right amount of run, hide, and fight, he'll go down.
Beware, warrior. Hurry up. I have a sequel to
But what happens after that? Do you become the new Arena Master? Do you escape? Well, I don't know, because the campaign ends here, and we're given no closure. And don't expect Quake Champions to give any explanation either, because apparently, according to some sources, it takes place before Arena/Revolution, so what's left? Well, once you complete the campaign, you actually unlock a bonus map along with 2 guest characters from Bullfrog's Dungeon Keeper. But there is one other mode, multiplayer, because what's Quake without multiplayer? That's like buying a car, but you find out there's no wheels on it. Since Quake 3 Revolution doesn't support online play, you're stuck with split screen and bots, which it's fine for me because I have no friends. You have access to a vast variety of maps and different game modes, plus some unique characters. I hardly know her. There isn't really that much to touch on, but it is a pretty damn good time. Well, that's all I've got for you today, my friends. I don't know where this came from, but my brain smacked me hard with the motivation to make this video. So much, in fact, that I had it done in just a few days. I wish my brain would function like this all the time instead of dwelling in the depression aisle, but, you know, it's whatever. All right. I'm gonna go stuff my face with abhorrent amounts of food and then proceed to wonder why I hate myself. Have a good day.
Oh hey man, I'm just wrapping up with an important matter.
Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet.
Motherfucker,
Ugh. Ouch. What the fuck was that for?
you have work to do.
Son of a bitch.
Get up. Did you forget about this, you below average height piece of shit?
Ugh. No, I've just been tired from work. and mentally exhausted, and unmotivated, and ridiculously horny.
Get it done.
Alright, fine, I just need my phone.
Fuck your damn ass fool. Get to work, bitch.